Mental health is an important topic that many struggle with daily, and the team at NAMI Louisville works diligently to provide support for families navigating their own mental health journey. Joining me with more are NAMI Executive Director Nancy Brooks, along with board member Mary Dossett. Thank you so much for coming on. The really important topic here, especially in the month of May. It is Mental Health Awareness Month. Right. And so first, tell me a little bit about NAMI and your mission.
Well, our mission is to support families and individuals who are affected by mental illness, and they're dealing with these crises and the journey that is part of their mental health journey, to find the resources that they need, to be provided education courses and to be provided support groups, and just to help them navigate that system, because most of the time when someone first hears the diagnosis of mental health, they feel very alone.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so, Mary, can you kind of share your story on how mental health has impacted your family?
Absolutely. My 20-year-old son, Alex, suffered from mental illness, and we lost him to mental illness on October 22nd of 2023. And so, obviously, my goal is to work with NAMI in Alex's honor to ensure that we destigmatize mental illness, which is a big problem, and ensure that those resources and support is there for free, because so many people can't afford, mental health care, and there is a disconnect and a lack of peer-to-peer support for people, just support and a sense of community in saying that you're not alone in fighting that, and NAMI does an amazing job at that.
Yeah, I feel like the conversation is starting to become a little bit louder about mental health, which is so important because it affects everyone, from kids to adolescents to, people in their 20s to the older generation too. And so how has NAMI Louisville really supported your mental health journey?
So for me, again, one of the things that NAMI does that is very unique for a nonprofit is they're willing to expand and they're willing to change with the cultural times and create new and collaborations with other nonprofits to ensure that we're meeting the needs. Particularly right now, we're at crisis with our youth. 1 in 6 children 10 to 17 suffer a mental health issue. That's 20% of the population. Suicide is the second leading cause of death for children 15 to 24, the second leading cause. And there's a real need right now to address that crisis. And so while NAMI has, their family-to-family programs and supportive of parents, NAMI Basics, they're expanding their programs and working together, again, collaboratively with other nonprofits to ensure that we are meeting the needs of the youth peer-to-peer, where they can relate and where they're more willing to come forward and say, I need help.
Yeah, those statistics are staggering. So why do you think that is? Why do we think we have this real need for these mental health services all of a sudden? Well, not really all of a sudden, but just really recently, it's just been on the rise.
Well, it is a growing need. And I think, a lot of this is cultural. We're using a lot more technology than we used to. We're using media influences to tell us how we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to look like. A lot of that can really affect young people as they're trying to grow and identify with themselves. In fact, we have provided some school training on body image to middle schoolers because, boys are not growing yet, the girls are. There's all sorts of things that these folks are dealing with. But if they're going to social media to figure out who they're supposed to be, they're not going to see themselves there.
Right.
And that's part of the concern I think we're really dealing with the young people.
Yeah, having those peer-to-peer services, getting the family involved as well, just so they feel supported during these times is essential for sure. So if people are interested in learning more about all the different programming, maybe to get some of your services in the schools as well, how can people do that?
Well, they can always reach out at NAMILouisville.org. We have, a comment box that you can fill in and tell us exactly what you're looking for, and the right person from our team will address that call and get with you, the next day. And so again, we're always looking to support people. We're always looking to make sure that we are providing training to workplaces and to schools and to the families that need these education programs. There's a program I haven't mentioned that I just want to touch on real quick is QPR suicide prevention training. We also provide that. That will help an individual learn how to talk to their loved one about their feelings and whether or not they are in crisis, and then how to reach out for resources when needed.
Yeah, really, really great information. Thank you both so much for coming on today.
For having us.
And to learn more, again, just go to NAMILouisville.org.